JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones, and in the news, Jamaica ready to send soldiers to Haiti, PM confirms. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has confirmed that Jamaica is prepared to send soldiers to Haiti as part of a multinational peacekeeping force. Addressing a media briefing at the office of the Prime Minister Thursday morning, Holness said Jamaica has always made it clear that it is ready to play its part in restoring peace and stability in the violence-plagued country. We said this when we spoke in Parliament. We have said it before, and yes, we are the first to say so, declared Holness. In fact, you could say that Jamaica's statement would have started an interest in the situation there, added Holness. The African nation of Kenya has already offered to send 1,000 police officers to Haiti and to lead a multinational effort to support the Haitian police. In addition, the United States has indicated that although it does not want to lead a force, it will support this move. The U.S. has written a resolution that has been before the United Nations Security Council now for about 9 months, calling for a multinational force to be deployed to that country. This came after the Haitian government requested international help and a specialized force to enter the country to help the Haitian National Police. Haiti is in the grips of a ravaging hunger crisis where nearly 5 million Haitians, half of the country, do not get enough to eat daily. Nearly 2 million people are in what the World Food Programme calls IPC4 emergency. This is its second worst hunger classification, marked by acute malnutrition and excess mortality, just one step shy of famine and starvation. The country has been in turmoil since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in 2021. In the absence of a functioning state, gangs have filled the void with the capital Port-au-Prince being the center of a horrific turf war in which there have been prolific kidnappings, many civilian deaths, and gang rape of elderly people and children. Supplies of food and fuel have also been disrupted by the gangsters. Police checking cemeteries after discovery of 8 skulls. The Trelawney police are now making checks with local cemeteries regarding possible unauthorized exhumations after what appears to be 8 charred human skulls were discovered in a bushy area of Spring Hill in the parish on Tuesday. Police in the parish discovered the remains about 6:15 p.m. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 1, Clifford Chambers, said. He said it appeared the skulls were dumped and burnt at the location. The area is an illegal dumping site for garbage. Crime scene investigators removed the skulls, and they were later handed over to a government-contracted funeral home pending examination and further investigations. Chambers said there were no other remains, no clothing, or anything to suggest that the skulls were not dumped at the location. We are conducting searches of local cemeteries in the area to see if there were any unauthorized exhumations in and around Trelawney, he noted. Police and motorists hospitalized following 2-vehicle collision. A police constable and a female motorist have been taken to hospital following a 2-vehicle collision at the intersection of Beechwood Avenue and Lyndhurst Road shortly after 7 a.m. on Thursday. Neither of the two had any visible signs of injuries, but the constable appeared concussed while the female complained of pain after the Toyota which she was driving was hit by a police service vehicle and overturned in the vicinity of the RGR building. Their conditions are not known at this time. Police on the scene said that the female motorist was driving on Beechwood Avenue towards RGR with the traffic light on green when the driver of the police service vehicle, which was being driven on Lyndhurst Road towards Retirement Road, traveled through the red light with flashing lights and collided with the Toyota Wish. The 2 vehicles were extensively damaged and removed by wreckers. Traffic was reduced to a crawl at the usually busy intersection as firefighters used sand to cover the gasoline and oil which had spilled on the road. Federation Chairman loses bid to be reinstated. Chairman of the Jamaica Police Federation, Corporal Rowan James, has lost the first round of his bid to be reinstated in his job in the police force after he was interdicted for comments made at a funeral. On Thursday morning, Supreme Court Judge Justice Carolyn Ty Powell ruled in favor of arguments advanced by Assistant Commissioner of Police Andrew Lewis through his attorneys Peter Champagny Casey, Nico Pagan, and Richard Lynch. However, the judge ruled that James's disciplinary hearing should be put on hold pending his pursuit of judicial review of his interdiction. James will also be paid 99% of his salary instead of the initial 75% he was offered. James's lawyer, Hugh Wildman, has also requested that the judge recuse herself from making any case management orders in the application, as that there would be a conflict of interest if she dealt with the matter. He pointed out that the judge had represented James in a civil case when he was stationed at the Denham Town Police Station in Kingston when she was an attorney at the Attorney General's chambers. Champagne and his team argued that the timing of the application for the judge to recuse herself was belated and the alleged association was without any specificity and happened more than 20 years ago. The judge ruled that she would not recuse herself as she saw no basis for doing so in law or otherwise. James's attorney has signaled he will appeal. PMP looking for a fight, but I won't entertain them, says Yaga. Tension is brewing between the People's National Party PMP and the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ, after the opposition party on Wednesday accused the president of the business lobby, Matrice Yaga, of exercising political bias towards the governing Jamaica Labour Party, JLP. In a party statement, PMP Chairman Dr. Angela Brown-Burke slammed the PSOJ head after he called for Golding to apologize to Jamaican women following comments made by Attorney at Law Isot Buchanan. Buchanan at the time was the chairman of the PMP's Human Rights Commission. He has since resigned from the post and has issued a public apology to Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn. While we appreciate and share the PSOJ's concern about maintaining respect and civility within our society, we disagreed with your call for a personal apology from the leader and are disheartened by the glaring bias clearly evident in your statement, Brown-Burke said. She added that the PMP took immediate and decisive action upon learning about Buchanan's inappropriate comments. Brown-Burke said that the opposition leader spoke to Buchanan the same night he made the comments and that this led to his resignation. She noted too that the PMP Women's Movement also publicly condemned Buchanan's statements, reaffirming the PMP's unwavering commitment to respect for women and gender equity. We therefore find this request by the PSOJ for an apology from Mr. Golding to be misconceived, the party chairman said, adding that the party is expecting that such calls for accountability be applied uniformly across all political parties and their members. She argued that it is important to the country that the PSOJ remain impartial and consistent in holding all leaders and organizations accountable for their actions and statements. We therefore find this request by the PSOJ also to be hypocritical, as this organization has never made such a request of Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party, despite the many utterances and remarks made by members of Parliament and his party, she said, pointing to government legislator Everald Warmington, who has been heavily criticized for comments made in the past. Brown-Burke also accused the PSOJ of remaining silent on the daily disrespectful utterances made by a purported member of the organization. The PSOJ head has, however, rejected the PMP assertions, insisting that it has been fair across the board. Siago said that the PMP is looking for a fight that he would not entertain. I would never have thought that the request for a simple apology would elicit such a response. It is quite surprising to me. However, I can assure you that my track record speaks for itself. I am not in any way, shape or form biased. I call it as I see it every time and will continue to do so, Siago said on Wednesday. He said that the PMP statement is a clear deflection from the issue at hand. Once they say with one mouth that they uphold the principles of good governance and decency, what would it take for the leader to apologize for what has been said by a member of his team, he said. He said that it has not been confirmed whether the businessman the PMP is accused of disrespectful utterances is a member of the organization. Mr. Golding is looking for a fight. He won't find any here, said Siaga. Ex-policeman fined $250,000 for assault. A former policeman has been given 30 days to pay a fine of $250,000 or serve 6 months in prison in relation to his conviction for assault occasioning bodily harm. The order was made on Thursday when the former corporal, Owen McCleary, appeared in the St. Catherine Parish Court. When the matter came up for sentencing, Attorney at Law John Jacobs submitted to the court that a non-custodial sentence was most appropriate for McCleary. Jacobs said his client was conducting his duties and matters got out of control, but he should benefit from the judge's discretion. After the former cop was ordered to pay the $250,000 fine, the lawyer successfully asked for time for him to make the payment. McCleary's conviction arose from an August 17, 2018 incident along the Nelson Mandela Highway in which he assaulted a woman. The complainant, who was working as a bear at the time, overtook a motor car which then hit the rear of her motorcycle. She fell from the vehicle and McCleary, who responded to the incident, was seen dragging her at the scene. The complainant suffered physical injuries. A report was made and an investigation was launched, which resulted in a ruling from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions that McCleary be charged with assault occasioning bodily harm. He made numerous court appearances and was found guilty on January 15. Dominant Sunshine Girls shocked defending champions. Already assured of a semi-final berth, Jamaica won Pool G in fine style, defeating reigning champions New Zealand 59-48 in their final pool game of the Netball World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa. Captain Janelle Fowler led the way from the shooting circle with 49 goals, as Shanice Beckford clipped in with 9. Jamaica conceded 15 turnovers as opposed to New Zealand's 18, handing the defending champions their largest defeat in a World Cup. The Sunshine Girls, who progressed to the semi-finals unbeaten, will take on world number 1 Australia on Saturday, after they were shocked by England earlier today, losing to the Roses 56-55 for the first time in a Netball World Cup. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.